It's really been, as we were talking a few minutes ago, I feel like I have a new lease on life, just kind of getting back to where my heart really is. And especially here at Powhatan, what a unique opportunity that happened to come around probably, maybe a year or two earlier than I was maybe thinking in my mind of getting back to the sidelines. But when an opportunity like Powhatan pops up, I had no choice but to jump at it. Going through last fall and watching practices last summer and then every Friday night being on the sideline in an athletic director's role, I knew I was going to get back at it at some point, not necessarily this soon. And then Coach Henderson and I have been good friends, and I coached with him at Freeman, and he shared with me that he was retiring, and I thought, what an awesome opportunity that might be. And so, thing about Powhatan football is the job has only been open, maybe 3 times in the past, since the school's been in existence. So it's one that when it comes open, you may lose your shot for a long time to get it. So I don't know if it's necessarily ironic. I think it's part of so much that I admire about Coach Henderson and what brought me to Freeman in the first place. Is the same thing that brought me out here. And, I think he and I, while different coaches and do things differently, I think when you look at core values and core principles, we're kind of in lockstep with each other. I mean, we see things, really what the important parts of high school football are all about. And so knowing that the foundation was laid here and having done scrimmages and 7-on-7s with Coach Henderson while he was here at Powhatan, I was at Freeman, I had a certain familiarity with some of the players and just kind of what football was all about out here.
What do you know now about Powhatan and the community that maybe you didn't know when you took the job?
Wow, that's a great question. I mean, I think from the outside in, you can say yes, one high school county, great football tradition. People love their football, but until you really get into it, it's hard to grasp. Once you start experiencing it, I mean, it really started when I first got the job, and I met the community at a night here in the auditorium, and then had our first big fundraiser, which is a bingo night here up here in the cafeteria, which was incredibly well attended. And I think just the excitement, the community feel around it, it's really hard to describe until you're in it. And another, I think, kind of real critical piece, and I think what can be our competitive advantage out here compared to a lot of places, is we've got a single feeder youth program too, the Powhatan Chiefs, which I wasn't real familiar with before coming out here. And so I've spent some time getting to know them, and I think that's an opportunity we certainly need to attempt to capitalize on. I tell you what, I'm very lucky that I was able to retain our strength coach and defense coordinator, Blake Derby, who's incredible. And so it really allowed me, when I started coming out here for workouts, I didn't have to design anything. I didn't have to run anything. I didn't have to really think about it. He had it in place, so I had the opportunity to kind of jump in there with the kids and get to know them right from the start and evaluate them, which, the thing that just stands out right away is their desire to be good, but their work ethic and their care for each other. The luxury with that is he gives you the opportunity to stretch the defense vertically. I mean, just right off the bat, his speed, his ball skills are exceptional. I mean, it's been a lot of fun working with him and just kind of seeing that in action. And then Elliott at quarterback, he was, as a sophomore, he was a linebacker with over 100 tackles. And I don't put red shirts on quarterbacks. I never have. When I played quarterback, I didn't want to wear a red shirt, and he's of the same mindset, which is kind of what I love about him. So he plays quarterback like a linebacker in all the right ways. Sometimes got to slow him down a little bit, but I tell you what, he can spin it. I mean, he can throw the ball. He's a tough runner. He's a competitor, and really helps set the tone. And then we have some other pieces. I mean, our receiver room has really, we're finding some diamonds in the rough out here that, since they were so much older in the past, some guys that haven't played huge roles that are really stepping up and showing a lot of promise. On both sides of the ball, one place that we're unproven is up front. Offensive line, we're going to be starting 5 new guys. Defensive line, probably three of the 4 are going to be brand new starters. So it's kind of in the trenches, is figuring out, how we can be creative and set these guys up for success. It's a lot of hungry guys that have been in the weight room and ready to get after it. So, we're going to be learning a lot here over the next few weeks, and especially in the scrimmages. In terms of the back end, we have very excited about couple of the linebackers coming back. Court Hudson has got to start maybe a game or two last year, I believe. I watched him on tape; does a nice job. Zach Walls at a strong safety position, and then of course Ben Whitford will be playing some safety. Jay Sean Morris will be playing some safety, and then we got some young guys battling it out at the other defensive back position, which they come here ready to work every day, yes sir, no sir kind of attitude, and it's been awesome.